Hi, and welcome back to Comic Book Gallery. I'm your host, Joaquin. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about a topic that I had previously mentioned in a video about buying a lot for a good price and that has some keys in it. So I just want to make sure that I get make sure the book's in there. Getting used to making sure that everything's in focus, even though I don't know how many videos I'm up to. I should have already had this all worked out, but hey, learning. So I'm going to start off with X-Men number 200. This is the trial of Magneto. And while this is not an important key book, it was a good story. And it deals with the World Court has put Magneto on trial for his crimes against humanity. And the X-Men are trying to help Magneto out. And they're trying to figure out the consequences if Magneto is found guilty. What will the mutant community do? What will happen? So, I don't like giving full reviews of a book and tell you everything about it, because the whole point of, to me, a comic book is reading it and discovering it for yourself. So, I'm just going to give you a basic review on each issue. I bought this lot of these 10 issues for $25 with $5 shipping. Let's see if I get that glare out a little bit. So here is 208, and while this is not that big of a key issue, this is where the X-Men are fighting the Hellfires Club because Rachel Summers went after Selene, who is a Hellfire Club member. She is the Black Queen, and she's also a vampire. So Rachel Summers is out to kill her, and this issue is the follow-up because 207 deals with her making the decision to, I believe, and going after her. And this is the aftermath of what happened. So, the first two issues are not keys. They're just nice issues to read. But this is one of the first keys in this lot. So, 210 is the prelude to the Mutant Massacre. So, if you're collecting X-Men, or if you are collecting key storylines, this is a book you should collect. And the reason why I got this for such a cheap deal, because you could see all the, let me get that glare out, but all these stress marks. So even if I were to have the book pressed, which would take out a lot of these stress marks, they broke color. And the back's not bad. But again, you have a lot of stress lines. So it's a great reader, and for new people, this is what I'm talking about. $30, pick up 10 books, and they have some important keys. 211 is an important book to have. It's the Mutant Massacre. Try to get that where you can see it, and you don't have that glare. And I'm going to open up the first page on here, because this introduces, if I can do this without damaging the book any further. So this introduces the Marauders. And the Marauders are a team sent by Mr. Sinister. And he has them go into the Morlock tunnels and wipe out the mutants who are down there, which are like Calistro. So those of you who are familiar with the Morlocks, you know that there's like hundreds of them down there. So the Mutant Massacre series was about Mr. Sinister wanting them wiped out. And it also goes to 212 and 213. So next up here is Uncanny X-Men 214. And that deals with Malice taking over Dazzler. And at this point, the team is kind of scattered because they're dealing with the consequences of the Mutant Massacre. Team members are injured or have lost power. So there's somewhat of a new team going. So the current team at this point, and here's X-Men 217. And you can see right here the condition. It's a big stain. This might be able to get cleaned up and pressed, but I don't know if I'd get this book CGC'd. I don't know if it's that important of an issue. At least I don't think it is. And we are in this. Sorry, got a little disturbed here. In this episode, Dazzler is taking on the Juggernaut. And the team at this point is Juggernaut, Rogue, Longshot, Banshee is there helping, and Psylocke. So this is a good episode. This is nice. A good read. Number 218 is the second part of the team fighting the Juggernaut. As you can see, this is a nice cover. And 219, I've always enjoyed this cover. Havoc is coming back to the team, and he has this dream that the X-Men are trying to kill him. And here's 228. I don't remember what was going on with this storyline at this point. I'd have to collect the other issues leading up to it, which I plan to do. I plan to collect the X-Men run from 100 to 300. And the last key issue in this run is X-Men 229, which is the first appearance of the Reavers and Gateway. Yeah, check my little notes. In previous videos, I stated that any book that I thought was a key, I would put notes. So the writer, artist, cover, and then first appearance of Gateway and Reaver. And I'll show you a nice little side panel, or a nice little front panel of the Weavers. So this is their introduction to them. As you can see, they come in and they mean business. So I really enjoyed these first two panels, these first two page panels. So to wrap it up, my thoughts on this is keep doing your homework, keep looking for deals, do your research, find out the key issues that you want to collect, for whatever source, whether it's online or Overstreet Guide, and then try to get them within a lot and try to get them in the best condition that you can afford. And that's how you can start your comic book collection as well as enjoy what you're reading. Well, I hope you liked today's video. So if you do... Oh, wait, sorry. I have a few more books to show you. Oops, my bad. So I bought these books on eBay. And this is where you should be doing your homework. Just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's so. So I bought these 3 books for $50 with free shipping. And this is X-Men 115. So she listed on there that this was the first appearance of Sauron. So because these people... Excuse me, I need to take a sip of water. Because this organization was doing it for charity, they didn't really do their research. So even though I knew that this was not the first appearance of Sauron, after looking at the scans of the book, I would say this condition is probably fine. Maybe if it gets cleaned up and pressed, it can go up to a 7.5, maybe an 8. But I'm not a professional grader. I'm just trying to eye things and I'm learning. But some of these indents and little ripples here can be taken out if you press the book. A cleaning should help take away these smudges, hopefully. But I don't know about this mark right here. I think that's permanent. But these are great books to have for a reader. Also in there, I'll leave that up to help support the book, is X-Men 211. And X-Men 111 is Arcania. And he's captured the X-Men like he normally tries to. He's an assassin for hire, so if people wanted to kill the X-Men, they don't usually, but they have come to him in the past, so he's been one of their foes. And he designs like a world, not a world, but a scenario where they come into and they're faced with a lot of traps, like a maze or a labyrinth. And he finds ways to control them. But I always thought this was a great cover. I mean, you got Wolverine chains. It's kind of like a carnival he's got going on here. So Colossus is a strongman, Storm's controlling weather, Man or Monster, Nightcrawler. So this is a nice book to collect. Plus, it falls within my 100 to 300 range. And the last book is X-Men 103. You can't see that good because of the glare. There we go, much better. So here's the Juggernaut. They're fighting, and I believe they're in Ireland. And there's Banshee at the bottom. This book is just really bad. I think this would be very good. I mean, look at all these indents. All this damage right here. And there's not much you could do about this at this point. The pressing's not going to take this out. You've got cuts, you got rips. A cleaning could help, but you have a little spot on the back. So, overall, these books, I paid $50 with shipping. Let's see if I can take off that glare just a little bit. Guess not. I'll just hold it up. Excuse me. So, I paid $50. That's pretty much the value of all three of these. If you look, roughly between $40 and $60. So, while this wasn't a great pickup, it's still a good pickup for me to add to my collection until I am able to get these books at a 9.6 or 8. So, for the moment, just my whole goal is to collect the whole line first and then pick the keys and upgrade those, and then eventually upgrade everything else. Alright, now I'm at the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you later.